The Ghana Chamber of Mines says is burdened with several taxes on the price of diesel that makes Ghana's gold business uncompetitive on the world market. Energy Sector Recovery Levy and Price Stabilization Levy are expected to be cut out of the cost of diesel from mining companies since they pay upfront in dollars. Odilia Ntiamwa sat with the CEO of the Chamber of Mines, SULEMANU, KONEY, on several issues in the mining sector.
More than 2 months since Ghana got its first coronavirus case, several companies in the global value chain have been affected either positively or negatively. The gold sector, though, has seen a substantive rise in price owing to its store of value, with a current price at $1,700 an ounce. The sector is struggling, however, to send goods to buyers. Now, companies will have to send gold on chartered flights at a high cost.
We have a situation where you don't have any commercial flights coming in. The airports have been shut. Most mining companies generally would use commercial flights to take their doré out there to LBMA certified refineries for refining. And unfortunately, we have a situation where, for good reason, the airports have been shut. So an alternative which the companies have actually engineered is to look at chartered flights. And I think that is working pretty well.
The sector for years has also been paying for fuel at high cost owing to certain taxes. Energy Sector Recovery Levy and the Price Stability Levy are but a few.
That certainly is around the pricing for diesel.
Yes.
And if you look at the pricing for diesel, it's so padded with lots of levies and taxes, and it makes us quite uncompetitive. We have member companies who have operations not just in Ghana, but they even have within the sub-region, and even in countries which are landlocked, where you expect the price of diesel for the earth-moving equipment to be much higher because of double handling and so on and so forth. Their prices tend to even be lower. So naturally, you would want to start asking questions and drilling down to find out why you have such a situation. And it boils down to the taxes and levies which are actually slapped on the price of diesel to the mines. Most of them should not be applicable to the mining industry. We continue to engage. In fact, was it last week or 2 weeks ago, we had to file a letter to the Ministry of Energy for consideration.
Still related to the sector, the CEO of the Chamber of Mines, SULEMANU KONEY, also wants government to review the 9% royalties which ends up in the various communities to 30%.
The whole policy of derivation, which is behind the plowback of the 9% of royalty to host communities, is why we believe that where minerals are actually won from, they should get a lot more, substantially more of the revenue coming from the mining sector. So we've had a situation over the years in this country where the plowbacks don't get to the communities. And even if they get there, sometimes 2 years late, sometimes 3 years late. And it goes in such an ad hoc fashion that the agents of development in the communities, i.e. the assemblies, the district assembly, the municipal assemblies, cannot plan with these revenues.
Ghana operates more than 16 large-scale mines with more than 900 small-scale miners.